Hey guys, Travis here. That's my dad. His name is Rick. Today we're here to pick up a 1971 Cadillac that's been sitting behind this fence for the better part of 20 years. The quick story on this car that I know of, the guy I'm getting it from, Jimmy, lady gave it to him 20 some years ago, said she just needed it out of her yard, no paperwork, no nothing, just gave it to him. He drove it to this spot, parked it, and here it sat since, 20 years ago, since the early 2000s. You can see those Arizona plates. Those are from the 90s, those red and white plates that are stamped. They're not even stamped anymore lettering wise, they're just flat with paint on them. So it's definitely a 20-30 year old license plate. This car is cool. I love Cadillacs. I'm a Cadillac guy. Convertible. Yeah, this is I think it's like a Coupe de Ville convertible or something like that. I don't know if it's an Eldorado.
No, it's not an Eldorado.
I think it's a Coupe de Ville convertible maybe, but this thing is really here. It sat here with the top down, I'm sure, for all that time, so the interior's
roached?
Yeah, the interior's really roached. It's full of all the sticks and debris from sitting under a mesquite tree. So those mesquite trees put off a lot of needles and branches, twigs, everything. So it doesn't look like a ton of rat turds. It just looks like a bunch of tree debris. Let's see here. Looks like it has 73,000 on the odometer. Could be 173. It does have a set of keys, which is nice to have. Came with all the options. Looks like it has all the power windows. Power door locks, probably, yeah, lock. It has cruise control right there. That's climate control, temperature control, but it probably does have cruise. You got windshield wiper control and windshield washer fluid. You can see a window under all the debris. That may be for the back window, the back convertible window. Not 100% sure because this top is, you already know that's a lost cause. Car's all complete. It's just been neglected, man. It is just Arizona roached. Got some rust starting to bubble through on the trunk lid all along the bottom. You can see it right there starting to come through. Looks like the last time it was registered was 2006, which probably was the last time it ran, was 06. Hard to really tell the condition on this side. It's just literally inches away from the house. So getting this thing out of here is going to be a kind of a trick, guys. It's going to be a little while.
It's going to be a chore.
It's going to be a chore. Now, my original thought was getting the trailer back here and lifting it straight out, but this truck is in the way, and he said that the truck ran. I was like, cool, start it up, back it out, no big deal. But then he said, well, it's got old gas in it, have to put some new gas in it. I think I have to put a battery in it. And then I got to thinking about it, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, this truck doesn't run. It did run 10 or 15 years ago. Look at that. Look at those cobwebs. So I thought, okay, maybe his version of truck runs is different than my version. You'd have to move all this stuff out of the way, get these tires and brakes, and look at all this. This truck ain't coming out of here. There's no way. So since pulling it out backwards is basically not even an option, I think it would be actually easier to pull it out forwards. So I think what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to take some of this fence down, which he's said I could do. This fence is only here so people didn't see the car and maybe steal it. But since we're taking the car, the fence has no purpose, and plus it's so rickety, it's not a nice, let's save it at all costs type of deal. So we're gonna probably take the fence down from here forward. I think I'm gonna get my winch and try to winch the car. I have a snatch block. I'm gonna try and pull the front end to the left so that the front is out of the way of the rocks and that fence there. And you can't pull the car forward here because there's rocks and the car's so low, you can't pull the car over those rocks. But the deck of my trailer is high enough, I think, to go over these. We're gonna have to jimmy the trailer where the deck is probably right here and pull the car on this way. That's his trailer too. I might have to hook my truck up to that, pull it forward, because we're gonna jackknife really hard if I can't move that trailer. Is it taking any air?
A little bit, yeah.
Is it?
I'm just gonna put 15 pounds in it because they're gonna blow as soon as you start moving it.
All right. Oh, I thought these were hooked somehow. All right. That passenger side tire gonna take any air?
No.
No? All right. Well, so far the only tire that's took anything is the driver's side front.
I would have thought this tire, since it's up against the house,
Would have been saved.
I would have thought, you know.
Here we go. You're on the hood of a car. People are gonna think I'm slave driving you again. Making your
Elder
dad,
abuse. Elder abuse.
making your dad do all the work. You ain't doing nothing, you little bratty punk kid.
Self-caught on that. I thought it was a stick. It's a nail.
Boy, that'll give you tetanus.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that'll send you to a hospital. You drag your leg across that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that. Reconfigured the trailer to be a little bit more on par with the car and put the winch cable through the snatch block there, and we have it wrapped around a tree here, totally stable. So we'll see if this pulls the car where we need it to go.
Try to hold that steering wheel.
Huh?
I'll try to hold that steering wheel.
All right, yeah, let her down.
Perfect.
Yep.
Stuff they used on seats back in the 70s were like iron.
Yeah. That was bad, but it wasn't too bad.
No. But it was bad enough.
I wouldn't have done it in the summer.
Said he can't do it today, but he's free anytime tomorrow.
So we got this big behemoth of a car in the shop. This thing is so huge. This is the definition of a boat, like no doubt. This thing is just large and in charge. Always been a fan of Cadillacs. You guys know that. I mean, you know, I got my 56 sitting here. Big fan of the 50s. Favorite is my 50s, but you know, these are just as cool in their own right. So the guy told me this was a 71, but after looking online, it's a 70. Not that it matters. Because of the side marker lights right there. It's a 1970 Cadillac DeVille convertible. 1970 was the last year for the Cadillac DeVille convertible, and the DeVille came with a 472 cubic inch engine. Let's take a look at that. I don't even think I showed that when we were picking it up. Oh gosh. Maybe I did, I don't remember, but it looks all complete under here. I mean, it looks good, actually. I mean, the rest of the car, unfortunately, is totally roached, but under the hood, I mean, it looks great. I mean, we have the plug wires and even the little fill cap, had air conditioning, the belts are on it, the hoses, it's got power brakes, air cleaners on it. Look, even all the vacuum hoses That's how you know this car's untouched. If the vacuum hoses are there, it's like, that's the first, it's so easy to break those. But anyway, this had a 472. The Cadillac Eldorado convertible had the 500. 1976 is the last production year for the convertible for Cadillac. It was actually dubbed the last American convertible. Car does have its fender skirts. I don't have a key for the trunk. Key does do the ignition, but doesn't do the trunk. So I don't know, we'll have to figure out how to get that open, but it was sitting for a really long time. You can see here by this cactus, look at that. Decided to grow right there on the trunk. Just, you know, little cactus. I'm assuming that glass is for the convertible top. These old convertible tops actually had, it's crazy, they could fold and they were canvas, but they had a real glass in the back. Some convertible tops, just to make it easier, they'll have it's a plastic, see-through plastic piece. It's not even glass. Poking around, making sure there's no critters or snakes or whatever. Let's see, maybe we can just, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Man, it's tough.
She's a ruffian.
Drilled the lockout on the trunk. We kind of picked it with a screwdriver and we think we got it open. So we'll see what's inside the trunk now. It's a nice screwdriver. Got some jumper cables, hubcaps, spare tire cover, some plastic coat hangers, some of the original flooring. It's pretty empty. Is it any rust? Trunk floor looks pretty good. Doesn't look rotted out. Cool. Well, at least we got it open.
Well, I'm glad there wasn't nothing in there that's
dusty. Car filled up that trash can. Dang near filled this one up. It's heavy, but looks a lot better. Seats look better. Floor looks better. You can actually see here in the top. You can see right there, there's like where the, I don't know if that's like a hydraulic.
That's the hydraulic pump down there.
Yeah, but like there's like a reservoir right there or something. I don't know. There's like a lid on it. And then there's the motor. You can actually see everything and sit in it. It took like all day almost to do that. Never have seen hubcaps held on with a center nut before, bolt. That's crazy. It's a 1/4 inch drive. Man, just heavy duty, way overkill. Look at that. I have never seen that. It should come off. Yeah, okay, that's what these center things have, a threaded thing in the center of the hubcap, screws to it to hold it on. Dang, that's overkill, extra heavy duty. All I need for this Cadillac is rollers, because these tires just won't do it all. So where I'm getting my rollers from is Dad's Chevy. Don't worry, I'm not taking nice tires off of his really nice truck. This is a full frame off restoration my dad did. He's actually getting this truck ready to sell. Actually, my dad doesn't usually sell, but this truck he's going to sell. And it has tires on it, but they're like 20 years old. So these tires are like new, but again, they're from 2007. So he doesn't want to list the truck with 20-year-old tires. So these tires are coming off and going on my Cadillac just as rollers. And what's going on his Chevy is these white wall tires that I had actually, and I gave to my dad so that he could use them on his truck. That truck needs white walls. These are the perfect tire that he needs. They're radials, they're not bias plies, they're 235, 75, 15s, gangster wide whites, and these will look just killer on that truck. So these are going on his Chevy, his tires are going on my Caddy, and then the old tires are getting thrown away. That's the cycle of life. He's actually redoing the wood bed in it right now too, because again, he redid the wood and put new wood in it, but the stain and the clear is like 20 years old and it was showing its age. So my dad took all the wood out, sanding it, just stained it and re-cleared the wood. Gonna put the wood back in, put some good tires on it. Can see all the wood's out. There's all the rails. Yeah, but you guys have seen this truck in the background of the videos. This is actually a beautiful truck. This is the type of truck we normally don't do on the channel. This is way before YouTube. Again, this was 20 years ago. I was 9 years old when my dad bought this truck. Came home in boxes. It was a complete basket case, and my dad spent about 3 years doing a total frame off restoration of this truck. This truck is like no expense spared. This is like what you would see at Barrett Jackson's. This truck is no joke. This is like way, way, way above the caliber of stuff that you normally see us do in like the videos, but we're capable of it. I mean, fully capable of it. And the crazy part about this truck is it looks like my dad just got it done, because he restored it top to bottom, ground up, frame off, every nut and bolt. And in the last 20 years, he probably hasn't put enough miles on this truck to do an oil change. That's why the tires are brand new. I mean, there's no wear on the tires. He probably hasn't even driven it 1,000 miles in 20 years.
It ain't 2008 air.
What?
This one must have the tube in it. I thought it was the left front.
Does it have a tube in it?
Yeah.
Why?
With flat.
Hole in the tire?
I don't know.
Why'd you put a tube in it?
I don't know. of it just for fun.
Man, why is that rim so wide?
This is why you have a tire machine. Saturday afternoon. Ain't nobody gonna put no tire on Saturday afternoon.
I saw that. Got the tires switched around. I'll show you what Dad's truck looks like here in a little while with the white walls on it. I'm pretty sure by the end of this video we'll see what Dad's truck looks like done with the wood bed in it. I'll tell you more about his truck and why it's for sale later on in the video, but we're gonna put these tires on now. And this car was very well taken care of, I can just tell. This rotor does not look like an original rotor. It looks like a more new one. Oh, Delco Moraine, maybe it is original. It looks good. Pads got plenty of meat on them. Check out up here with the air conditioner. Retrofit date 8/10 of 99. What's that say? Raindrop, auto, address, El Burrito Avenue. Really? El Burrito? That's actually kind of funny. Tucson, Arizona. Has their phone number. Charged it with 3 pounds of R134. So this has been converted, and you can tell right here that these are 130, should be 134 fittings. Yeah. Wow. That's actually like an actual fitting. Usually they'll put the R134 fittings, they have screw-on kits that screw R134 fittings over the 12 fittings. But this line is actually just has a 134 tap on it. So that means that they switched these whole lines around. They must have put new lines on it entirely. I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know where they found those at back in 99. The engine just looks rebuilt. I can just tell by the way it looks. The paint is like too perfect and too cut, you know, like everywhere is painted perfectly. It's like they had it apart and painted each piece and put it back together. And my dad said that Jimmy said the motor had been rebuilt. I didn't hear him say that, but I guess he did. You have a sticker here, warning to tighten cap, align stripes, draining completely, use a 15 PSI. So this is radiator cap right here. You have externally regulated alternator. Is recommended to replace the voltage regulator. So this alternator was serviced or changed or something. All right, I just got the last tire on, and look who decided to show up. Dad, look at that. Oh my gosh. Those white walls look gorgeous on that truck. This is a beautiful truck. This truck's a killer, no doubt. These trucks look so good with white walls. I don't care what anyone says. The skinny whites or the white letter, don't do it. Gangster wides is the way to go. And Dad got the wood bed in. That's awesome. It's just beautiful. You know, it's hard to believe that Dad did this 20 years ago. So when Dad was 40 years old and I was 9 years old, he bought this. We'd never done any of this, mind you. This truck came after the red one, okay? Dad did that red truck burgundy from when I was 9 to when I was 11. When I was about 12 years old, we bought my GMC and did it, and that was my first truck. So he learned the school of hard knocks on this one. Why did you end up wanting to do this in the first place? Because you'd never restored a vehicle. You've always been a mechanic, but you never restored a truck. So why'd you want to do this?
Because I wanted one, and you know, sometimes want. You know, I went to Barrett Jackson's, and I went by myself. I had tickets for Thursday and Friday, and I looked at over all those cars, and they was all going for $50,000 and $60,000. And I sat down on a bench and, you know, kicking pebbles and feeling sorry for yourself. And I got so depressed, I went home. I didn't even go back for Friday because I thought that'd be totally irresponsible of me to spend $55,000 or $60,000. I got a kid at home. So after about 2-3 days of feeling sorry for myself, I decided, well, if you want one, you got to build one. So that's just the way it is. So I set out looking, and that's what I got. But it came home in boxes.
Yeah. Like I said, when Dad got this truck done, you know, he drove it to a few local car shows, but like I said, in 20 years, he probably hasn't put 1,000 miles on this truck. I mean, it's just literally a brand new truck. He sandblasted and painted the frame, put power brakes on it, dual reservoir master cylinder with a turbo 350, a 283 V8, you know, brand new drive shaft, brand new exhaust, brand new paint underneath. I mean, brand new wood bed, tires, open diff, everything. Every seal, every bushing, every rubber, everything. Every piece of glass, every felt, every rubber, put a visor on it, windshield, rubbers for the windshield. I mean, everything. My dad spared no expense, you know. The gauges all work, put a tack in it, put a digital radio in it, put a headliner in it, interior in it, visors in it. Did you rebuild this 283?
When I got it, the guy told me it was rebuilt, so I took it apart. I took it apart. I took the heads and stuff off of it, and he was telling the truth.
Oh.
So, but I did put I took it apart so I could just verify
that it was rebuilt.
That it was rebuilt, and it was.
So it's just got a basic small block 283 in it with a 3-speed automatic, nothing crazy, and it's got power steering, right?
Yeah, power steering,
Right.
power brakes.
Power steering, power brakes. So the reason why Dad is going to put it up for sale is, well, he's had it 20 years, and you know, he doesn't drive it, and pretty much out of storage. Literally no more space to put cars inside anywhere, so gonna do a little bit of cleanup on it. Why is that suitcase on there?
Reason why the suitcase is on there is for whoever buys the truck, you have a place to put your clothes when your wife kicks you out. But if you don't like it, it can be taken off. I just thought it looked kind of cool.
Yeah, I like the luggage holder on there. That is neat.
I just thought it looked cool. This is off a Model T.
Oh, is it?
I think that's Model T.
Do you have another thermidor? A car cooler?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
You put it on that window.
That might knock it out, huh?
That would look cool, man. Here, check out this old bumper sticker Dad has. It fits the era perfectly. That's an actual vintage sticker too, isn't it?
Yeah, this is old.
That's literally from the Nixon era.
Yeah, this is just an old bumper sticker that's been hanging around. Right there.
Yeah, front and center. Nixon's the one.
Look, Washington State Nixon for president, Gordon S. Clinton chairman. Nixon's the one.
Let's see if I can get this battery to fit. Oh, hey, buddy. That is wrong. It's flipped around. Have to vice grip that.
No way.
Got oil light. Oh.
Oh, it's in park.
Gen light.
No way.
Water temp.
Turn the headlights on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Headlights.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Both the outside ones.
Look at that. Brake lights or tail lights. Look at that. We got headlights. Look at that. I can hear it a little bit. See it? Yeah, it's just. I can hear the back one. Trying. I mean, everything's trying to work. Tried to find the button to operate the top and I couldn't find it, so I'm not sure how to operate the top. I'm sure it doesn't work anyway. So get this. This is the seat that was in Dad's 53 Chevy. Okay, this is the seat that actually came with the truck when he bought it. It's, you know, it's a reupholstered 47 to 53 seat. It's gray and cloth. It's a nice seat, but it doesn't really match the truck. And I said, hey, why don't you take the seat out of this truck? It's hard to believe, but the seat that was in this truck when I bought it from the elderly lady had a seat cover over the seat, and this is what was under it. This beautiful burgundy seat was underneath the seat cover. I couldn't believe it. So I said, why don't you take the seat out of this truck and put it in this one? It'll match a lot better, it'll look great. So that's what we're doing. That's what this truck needed.
Yeah, here. Stuff's dry.
Can't believe that how random it is that the seat in that beat up truck, the upholstery on that seat's good enough to go in this truck and the color matches real good. That's awesome. Some divine intervention.
Divine intervention. Need to hit it 4, 5, 6 times, you know, until it soaks it up. Wow. I can't believe how much it matches this truck.
Yeah, I can't believe it either.
Because it didn't really match the other truck.
No. Man, it's like it was made for this thing.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that. Matches the paint dang near perfect. Yep. Flows perfectly. There.
This truck's actually pretty good. I like this truck. Here, you might want to send it in there underneath that.
Okay, brand new seat. Well, even though this seat doesn't match this truck perfectly, it doesn't really matter because this truck is
Doesn't matter.
patinaed up. It don't matter. But that truck, it matters a lot more. So I'm glad we switched them. Lift it up some.
You try to hit.
No. That is a really cool looking piece of equipment. Firestone car cooler. Ride in cool comfort. Shows it's got oil. Yeah, it's right here, right below the full, so good there. I'll be dang.
Oh, wow.
It's full. Full of brake fluid. I can't believe that. Figured as much. Full of tranny fluid. Oh, wow, plumb full. This thing's gonna run, I bet you. The crank sounded pretty healthy too. She might even keep temperature. I think somebody definitely did rebuild this not too long before they parked it, because look at the water pump is black and the engine is blue. It means they had this apart. You can see red silicone around the water pump, silicone around the thermostat housing, silicone around the intake, and you can see silicone around the exhaust there. High temp, I think red is high temp silicone. Yeah, they had this whole thing apart. I do not doubt it for a second. Actually, as nice as this is, I'm surprised that there's no pressure in here. I think Dad tried to poke it with a screwdriver or something. The needle there. Let me try and poke it. See, we need a little, actually, need a pick. Oh, look at that. It's got pressure. Huh, there's some refrigerant in there. You can believe that. Was that 27 years ago? I mean, that's proof that the rats didn't get in there, because those rats find their way into this snout, and then what stops them from getting down into the carb is the air cleaner, and the whole outer ring will be filled with junk, and it's not. So that's a real good sign. Yeah, primaries and secondaries are opening. Everything's freed up here. Let me check and see if the coil's getting power. Key on?
Yeah.
Are you seeing the dash lights on? There we go. Okay. So these are getting power. I wonder why he unhooked these. Maybe to stop theft or something? Because he knew it would be sitting. Okay. Crank it. Stop. Yeah. Points are staying open, or oh. Try it again. Alright. Yeah, points need to be adjusted. Never seen nuts holding those on. It's usually a Phillips, or I'm sorry, a flathead.
Alright, so what they did here, you can see that little unit right there. And they switched it to electronic ignition. And this is a remanufactured compressor. So somebody was keeping up with this car, updating it, upgrading it, making sure it was good to go. Look at these Daco belts. I mean, they were on top of the maintenance on this car. It's a shame that it sat for 20 years because actually somebody was on top of this thing. And also there's a second wire here that is coming from the distributor for the electronic ignition that I didn't have hooked up, so I bet you it works. Put this back together. No, nothing. No spark. Yeah, I had this hooked up over here for the Patronics, negative and negative. Can't do that. You have to put this on the positive. It's okay, we got it now, buddy. Ow, gosh, dang it. Yeah. You get pumped? Yeah. Sparking. Ah, come on. May have to finagle a regular wrench on there. Oh, is it 9? No, it's a halfer. See, the problem is it's turning that big nut. You see that? That's not what you want. So we're gonna have to loosen this up somewhere else.
Good work to this thing. There's actually getting ready to fix the convertible top too, because there's a booklet in there.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there's a booklet in there of a place over in California that sells parts for these things back in 2004.
Let's see here. I might just have to cut that.
Type F. Type F. Oh, it's a brand new box.
Dad put some tranny fluid in the power steering because there's a brand new bottle of tranny fluid right there under the hood, but it's leaking pretty bad from the front seal. Here's the fuel pump. We're gonna see if this works. I'd rather use the mechanical one rather than rigging up an electric one. It's just kind of goofy. So this hose is a little bigger than this hose. So this one's the feed line from the tank. This is a return to the tank. The return is usually smaller. And then this is the feed line to the carburetor. So this is what we're interested in right here.
Was not run very long. It is still blue on the heads where the paint was burnt off from the manifolds. So this motor is fresh.
So I'm gonna try and pour a little bit of Marvel down this hose if I can get it in there. All right. And I'm also going to pour some.
Here you go, hold on. Let me have that marble.
Oh.
A little bit down this. Ready?
Yeah. Stop. Yeah, it's not pumping anything. I had to put the mechanical fuel pump back on because I thought I was going to get a mechanical fuel pump from O'Reilly's sooner. They said it's going to be actually later, so I had to put it on to cover the hole up so oil doesn't get out. I put a electric fuel pump on, so we'll turn the pump on and crank it and see if it fires up.
Ain't trying to flood, is it?
I don't know if it's going in. All right.
You ready?
Yeah. Okay.
Ready?
There we go. We just had to stare at it for a second and then start it again.
we had to threaten it with our eyeballs.
You know, I've had that work sometimes. I've threatened stuff and intimidated it, and then it kind of works.
We threatened it. Make sure it ain't flooding over.
Hit the gas a little bit. Smoking like a tar kettle.
I'd say some of that's that marble.
There we go. That's a good running engine. Bunch of water on top of the engine, so it's just steaming off. Golly, man.
She'll quit smoking.
Yeah, it sounds healthy. Real healthy.
Yeah, it sounds real good. See the house. She'll clear up. The Cadillac.
Yeah. Whew. Clearing up a little bit now.
Man, that's a sweet running car. It'll clear up.
That thing runs awesome.
Wow. Man. Getting warmed up. Quiet thing's idled up a little high. Everything fell off the cam. There it goes.
Not charging. At 12.4. Is that light on?
Yeah. I'm just making sure it was hooked to the battery. But this has got an external regulator. This is like, what year is this car?
70.
Should have had an 1970?
Yeah.
Should have had an internal regulator alternator. 1970, I think. That's pretty wild. Boy, she's a sweetie. Runs good. This one's hot. The compressor's on. That's hot. This one's cool.
Look, the compressor's running. Yeah, it went off. Yep. It's working. The air conditioner is working. That's insane. Water's flowing great. Radiator looks nice and clean in there. We were rooting around trying to get this alternator to work, and this is a fusible link. See that? So this is direct battery feed. This is always hooked up to the battery all the time. So you can see it's not charging, but if we put power from the back of the alternator, you can see it's going up to 12.9. You can hear the engine change its tune. So now it's charging.
Yeah, and that wire is getting more warm.
So we need to put a wire from the battery straight to the back of the alternator.
Now she's going for it.
There we go.
Ready?
Yeah. Yeah. Let off. All right. Again. Yeah, the brakes are working. Here, let me go to the other side. Go ahead. Yeah, brakes are working.
This is hard. You got yourself a jewel here. You got yourself a little jewel here.
Look at that. Boy, that works good. That transmission feels good. Boy, that transmission shifts hard.
I know it.
I like it.
Man, I cannot believe how good this thing runs. It's the only time I'm ever going to get to riding it in a convertible Cadillac.
Man, it's smooth as glass.
What's that?
Smooth as glass.
This car is smooth, man. Dang, boy. She rides like a Cadillac.
Yeah, we were caught with our pants down in the gas crunch making cars like this.
Yeah. These things were just big old overkill. Give her the gun.
This 1970 Cadillac is really cool. This was the last era of ginormous, huge boat cars before the gas crunch and before everybody was worrying about what to do about fuel efficient cars, because we were just used to big, huge, giant cars. And when the gas crunch happened, this was probably the worst thing to own. This was the worst thing to have in your driveway. And the wheels in people's heads started turning about what can I do, what can I do? And you know, that's how Toyota and Nissan and all the foreign cars got a hold in our market. Long story made extremely short, but it's kind of how it happened. And it took many, many decades actually for the big three to catch up. And by the time they caught up and got good at making fuel efficient cars, it was kind of too late. But this is just such a statement of American culture. It's an American icon. I absolutely love these cars. I love the big engines. I love the convertibles. I love the interiors. I love the body style. It's just, I mean, this car is what America's all about, large and in charge.
472 cubic inches of raw power.
Yeah.
And this car is powerful.
Very torquey.
Very
Extremely
torquey.
To break the tires loose on a car that's 5,000 pounds, all stock,
Yeah.
man, that's a powerful
Yeah,
engine.
that's a powerful engine.
So the 70 Caddy is sitting here, and you may have seen this next to it. We did a Will It Run and Drive video on this a few episodes ago. Got this down in Wilcox. It's been sitting here because I've been wanting to do something with it. I'm kind of giving you a sneak peek into the next episode or what's coming up. So this truck is really not worth much because of the body. It's too big. Half tons are worth the most, 3/4 tons are worth a little less, and as you go up and up, people just don't know what to do with trucks like this. They're just too big. They're too big to restore. They're not very practical to drive to car shows, so they just get lost in translation. But the golden gem of this GMC that I want to save is that. That is a 302 cubic inch GMC engine. They're pretty rare. They're not easy to come across. They were only in trucks like this, big trucks, tanker trucks, hauling trucks of the era. And I want to take this engine out and I would like to rebuild it. And I would like to put it in something like this, except GMC. And also, this is also a call to action. If you or you know someone who has a 47 to 53 GMC, I don't want a 54 and up, and I don't want anything earlier than 47. 47 to 53, advanced design just like this, except GMC, patina and complete, doesn't have to have engine and transmission. I'm looking for something literally just like this, except GMC. Cool patina. I would really prefer a short bed half ton. That's what I would prefer. I may consider a long bed, but I'm looking for a short bed, half-ton, 47 to 53 GMC. Can be 3 or 5 window cab, I don't care. But I'm looking to build one of those trucks, and I'm looking to start with this 302 engine. The goal in my head is to have a really sweet looking patina GMC with a really, really nice 302. If you guys remember that 48 Chevy that I built, it's along the lines of that. It was an old ratty looking truck, but it was clean and solid, and I rebuilt an engine for it, a 235. It's what I want to do to a GMC. I'd like to put an automatic transmission in it, an upgraded rear end so that it can go faster, like, I don't know, 373s or whatever, something like that, to where it can actually go road speeds. Put like power brakes on it, do a nice interior on it, make the truck a nice runner and a driver. You don't come across 302s hardly ever. I'll tell you how rare they are. Dad and I both have been into 47 to 53 advanced design GMC and Chevys for 20 years. Since I was 12. We bought my GMC when I was 12.
You was younger than that, around 11.
I was 11, almost 12 when I bought that GMC. And we've had multiple, bought them, sold them, had parts for them, all this stuff. Been around to swap meets. I have never came across a 302 for sale. I've never had one. I've never found one for sale anywhere. So we've never come across one in 20 years. So I'm not gonna let this one just go by the wayside. And the engine itself is worth more than this entire truck it's sitting in. So again, if you know where one of those trucks may be sitting, please contact me. I'm not looking for like half-done projects or trucks that are blown apart, that are 3/4 done and somebody wants to hawk it off. I'm looking for a truck that hasn't been taken apart or that's just all original and complete. That's like the main thing here. All original and complete is what I want. Dad and I really appreciate your support of the channel by watching, commenting, subscribing, engaging. We really appreciate it. We read all the comments. If you want to support the channel in a more direct way, you can pick yourself up a cool t-shirt at thetravisb.com. We have 3 different designs. You can tell this is the one Dad wears every day. He's got like 6 of the same shirt. It's his favorite. It's just, it's a red cap, which is a great brand. It's a good blue collar brand. Button up, 2 breast pockets with the logo on the back with the pinstriping, the official TB logo. And then I have a Cummins 12 valve related shirt, and then I have a 46 International shirt that has like a desert background on it. Make sure you pick one of those up. And again, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you. That's cutting a wrap.